This is a story from a while back that's getting some new life breathed into it today, thanks to an anonymous user who sent it over with all of these details and insights. So this happened back in 2018 or 2019. I was working security at a popular tourist destination. My territory included an old ruined monastery that was built way back in the year 700 AD, and it stands pretty much in its entirety still. Because of its age, they don't allow people to go inside for safety reasons, although there are several holes in the roof where you can easily climb up there. And throughout my time working at this place, I caught about 2 or 3 people climbing up to those roofs every month. They never did anything. They just stood up there looking around until security came and told them to come down. One night during my patrol, I spotted what I thought was a young woman standing on the edge of one of the roofs. She was wearing a long white dress and was leaning forward, which made me think she might jump. So I raced over and stopped her before she could do anything crazy. It turns out she was just taking photos, but I scared her so bad that she dropped her phone off the edge of the building. Luckily, I caught it before it hit the ground. She thanked me profusely, apologizing for making me worry, and we got to talking. She said that she visited the area every year because she loved the history and wanted to be a tour guide one day. We ended up finishing our shift together, and she even gave me her number in case I wanted to get together sometime. But after she left, I realized that her name was the same as one of the local legends here, a nun who betrayed her order and fell in love with a visiting duke. I didn't think much of it at first, but a week later, I saw her again. She came up to me right away and asked if I believed in ghosts. I lied and said yes. She looked disappointed and said that she needed my help then. She took me over to the little museum that's near the entrance of the monastery ruins. There are always relics on display there, like old robes, mummies, medieval weapons, and the like. She said that she was looking for something, Rum family crest, because she's descended from that long line. Then she took me to the back room, where there is an old crumbling wall that people sometimes use as a backdrop for photos. She said that she felt the ghost of her ancestor, Isabeau, most strongly here. And sure enough, I could feel a cold spot there too. I started telling her all the stories I knew about the supposed ghost, and she would nod along, agreeing with everything I said. After a few minutes, she thanked me for my help and ran off again. It wasn't until later that I learned that Isabeau de Rum actually died in this building. I went back to that wall and spent some time there trying to get a sense of what it was like when she lived. This is the only place where I've ever felt something like that. And it's not just me. People report feeling cold spots and sudden drops in temperature all over the monastery grounds. The worst is the church. If you stand in the middle of it, you feel icy cold air being blown on your neck. And that's where I found her again. We talked for hours about how strange this place is and how we both love it. And eventually, I confessed that I didn't believe in ghosts. She laughed and said that was okay. She understood. And then she finally admitted that she wasn't really related to the Rums. She was just fascinated by their story. Then she surprised me by asking if I believed her when she told me that she was a nun. I was taken aback by the question and replied, "Yeah, why wouldn't I?" She smiled sadly and said that maybe it was better that I didn't. She told me that she had left her order years ago, but she couldn't bring herself to cut off her habit. She was tired of living a life that wasn't hers and wanted to start over. She said that she hadn't told anyone that she left the order because she was ashamed and didn't want anyone to know. She also said that she prayed every morning at the same spot on the roof where I had stopped her from jumping. She was tired of living a life that wasn't hers and wanted to start over. She asked me if I would keep her secret, and I agreed. Then she went silent for a moment. She then asked me if I would visit her at dawn the next Saturday. I asked if everything was okay, and she replied, no. She said she was planning to end her life and wanted me to witness it. She said that she couldn't live anymore and that she was tired of living a lie. She also said that she had been planning this for a long time and was sure of her decision. I tried to convince her otherwise, but she was adamant about going through with it. She said that she wanted me to watch her die and then run away before anyone noticed that she was gone. She also said that she wanted me to take her ring with me. The following Saturday, I arrived at the meeting point early in the morning, but she didn't show up. I waited for a while, but when she didn't appear, I left. Afterwards, I heard rumors that a dead body had been found in the monastery ruins, and the police were investigating. I didn't think much of it, until a few days later, when a friend of mine told me that the dead body was most likely the woman I had met. According to the news reports, the body was discovered by a tourist who reported it immediately. Apparently, the woman had thrown herself off one of the monastery towers. The police never released the woman's name, but the description matched the woman I had met. I still have the ring she gave me, though I don't wear it anymore. Sometimes I wonder if she would have asked me to do that if I hadn't convinced her not to end her life. But I'll never know now. I hope that wherever she is, she has found peace. She was a kind and gentle soul who deserved more than what she got. I often think about her and wonder what became of her. I also wonder if she was the ghost that I had felt in the monastery ruins. It's possible that she was just a figment of my imagination, but I like to believe that she was real. If she is a ghost, I hope that she finds peace and moves on to wherever she needs to go. This is a very interesting tale. The idea that the narrator was potentially communicating with a ghost is quite intriguing. The fact that the woman he met seems so real, it may have been a spirit from the past, adds a layer of mystery to the story. It makes you wonder about the nature of reality and the possibility of interacting with entities beyond our perception. The ambiguity surrounding the story leaves room for multiple interpretations. Was the woman a ghost, a figment of the narrator's imagination, or perhaps a mentally unstable individual? The lack of concrete answers allows the reader to draw their own conclusions based on their beliefs and experiences. What do you think happened? Was the woman a ghost, a hallucination, or something else entirely? Share your thoughts below.